Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my review of Minami's Lover by Shungiku Uchida. This is a Fantagraphics release in a single volume. It is a quite large hardcover, as you can see based on the books that are behind there. It's got like a textured cover, which is nice, and then the like bubble embossed letters and photo. It is definitely for mature audiences, and the back is just plain. The spine is nice and bright, though. This is the story of a teenage boy named Minami, and his girlfriend Chiyomi has gone missing. She's disappeared, and everybody's worried about her. Turns out she hasn't gone missing. She has turned into a tiny person who is about probably 3 inches tall, maybe. And she is living with Minami secretly because she doesn't want to trouble anybody, even though by her being declared missing, she is troubling everybody. So I'm really not sure why she thinks it's better that she's hiding at his place as opposed to like going for help. But anyway, so yeah, she's living at his place, and he's basically taking care of her. Not basically, he is taking care of her. So they've been dating for a while. Doesn't say exactly how long, I believe, but they've clearly been dating for a while. They were clearly sexually active before this happened to her. And he's a teenage boy, and his tiny itty-bitty girlfriend lives with him. So it's definitely, I mean, it makes it clear on the back of it. It says the first line is, in this raunchy, wry, and witty teen sex dramedy. So, I mean, you know what you're getting into if you've read the synopsis, but yeah, so it's kind of like a slice of life, a bit comedic, a bit, yeah, it's got some drama for sure. It's not all happy-go-lucky. This, you ask a lot of questions when you're reading this, and you do not get a lot of answers. So if you are the type of person who wants to read a story where you know exactly what happened and why it happened and how it happened, and then there's a resolution, this is not for you. I really enjoyed reading this because I love alternative manga, and I really love wacky and witty and bizarre stuff. And this definitely falls in all those categories. So for me, right up my alley, though I buy anything Fantagraphics releases that's manga. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. This is definitely not for everybody. I think that this will make people uncomfortable, but one of my favorite things about reading alternative manga is that it makes me uncomfortable. I think that it's a really bizarre premise presented in a bizarre way and resolves itself in a very unexpected way. I'm not going to spoil how this ends, but I will guarantee you that I had no idea where this story was going. And certainly the ending was shocking. I will say, reading about this creator, and she just the little bit about just the little tiny bit about the author, like the little author's note in the back, told me a lot about where this creator was coming from and why something like this would manifest from her brain. I would be very interested to read her other works. I know that they are certainly not going to be for everybody, and definitely difficult reads, but I would really, really be interested in seeing her other works published in English. And yeah, I thought that this was really well done. I thought that it was at some points kind of charming, at some points uncomfortable, at some points like realistic, because you think about the fact of like this boy who has this girlfriend, and now all of a sudden he is her caregiver, and also having to go about the world pretending that she's missing, and he's the only person who knows where she um, is a lot of stress on a teenage boy. And so in some regards, like, yeah, there are some fights that they get into that I'm like, yeah, I'd be really pissed off too. I'd be really overworked and stressed and not interested in always, taking care of her. I didn't sign up for this as a teenage boy to be taking care of my tiny 3-inch tall girlfriend. When the logical thing to do would be to go and tell our parents, and seek help. But yeah. And then, like I said, the end was shocking. I was not expecting it, and I fully, I was like, wow, this was excellent. I really enjoyed this read because it took me on a roller coaster, and then just like, yeah. But like I said, if you're looking for answers, this is not going to give them to you. It's just not. But I think that that's okay sometimes, to just have something be what it is and be like, I don't need to know all the answers. That's sometimes you don't get all the answers in life, and that's just how it is. But yeah, no, this was nothing at all was what I was expecting it to be, because I didn't really know anything about it. Like I said, if I see that Fantagraphics is releasing a new manga title, I just buy it. I don't even ask any questions. So I had no idea what this was about. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. If anything I've said sounds interesting to you. But yeah, it's certainly not for everybody, and Fantagraphics titles are more expensive, so maybe do a little reading up on what this is specifically about. Maybe see some other reviews other than just mine, to get a feel for if you want to purchase this. But if you like alternative manga, and you're used to the kind of topics and stuff that come up in alternative manga frequently, then this should be a no-brainer of a purchase. But yeah, if you read this, love to hear your thoughts. If you have any recommendations, would love to see them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.